right. I can see that I will have to teach you how to
Forged in the lockdown. Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the Unfathomable quiz. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them.
Or make shit up.
Why have you all frozen? Stop freezing. That's my
I
end.
can't help it.
It's winter.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's like 15 degrees outside. Fahrenheit.
Dave,
that in
I have
English?
a question for you real quick.
Go
That
on.
warm?
Did you know that your YouTube icon on the notification spins?
Does it? No?
It does. I swear to God, it spins.
No, you
So
see,
yesterday-
you're
I ask
stoned.
you how you got it to do that.
You're clearly
No,
stoned.
no. It actually does that.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I swear to God.
Yeah, anytime it comes up in my notification list, if I hover over it, it spins.
Yeah, it just does a spin real quick. It's like a barrel roll, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Dave, I think they're stoned.
I think they're stoned.
I want some of that.
All right, next time I get a note like my notification. Next time I get my notifications for you, I will record it and send it to you.
Okay. It's not possible to have animated notifications.
I swear to God, it is because yours is spinning right now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah. I was going to ask you how you got it to do that because I didn't think you could either.
It's not possible.
Am I able to share my screen for just a moment?
No.
No.
Shit,
You
okay,
can't because he's
then-
running this through OBS.
Well then, fuck. Because I don't know how to send a video on fucking Discord.
See, the thing is, we'll be able to see it, but
yeah, that's
no one
all
else
I
can.
want you to see. I want Dave to see this. Like, I'm not making this shit up.
So
It's
one of
really
us.
cool.
Yeah, Stool says it's true. Benny Loco says she's stoned. David Melbourne says, how come you've never had a Klingon on your panel? No Klingon has ever wanted to come on my panel.
I could grow like a beard again, and like I can kind of
Have
make
you
an
asked
effort.
Aaron Ra? He can pass.
What kind of Klingon? The two-legged kind or the kind that you have to wipe away?
Oh, gross.
Well, you know.
Stool said he made his spin the other day, although I'm not sure what he's talking about.
How the fuck do I send a video on Discord?
Benny Loco says Klingons are found in the underwear.
Exactly.
What? What's a
Not
Klingon?
me.
A Klingon?
It's a turd that didn't get out of your butt.
Yeah.
Dingleberry.
Dingleberries.
Dingleberry. Fair enough. Right.
So, I found. You know what? I've just found the English Klingon translator. I could have some fun with super chats and
Oh,
stuff.
don't do that. I might
Do
have to try
it.
and read them. Do you read Klingon as in the letters? The letters are all said the same. The letters all sound the same as in
Maybe.
English.
Anybody who's taken the time to learn Klingon is a genuinely pathetic and hopeless human being.
Do you know
That's-
Klingon,
it's
Jenny?
like to learn an imaginary language. What the fuck is that? What
We
do you-
taught French.
What's
Excuse
wrong
me.
with that? It's a hobby.
We're taught French in school.
Yeah,
but it's the
exactly.
People that actually speak that. Not that you want to, but you could.
I mean, it's just a hobby. It's a fun thing to do. I like to learn different languages. I
It's
could
not
never
a-
learn Klingon because I don't know Klingon. I've never watched Star
It's
Trek.
a made-up pretend thing. It's not a language. It's a toy.
I'm probably gonna.
It's a joke.
I'm probably gonna get some hate for saying I've never watched Star Trek. Oops.
Yes, very much so. Watch Star Trek. I will see you in a month. Watch all of it.
Not hate, just bafflement. How is that possible?
What do you think Disney?
That's not. Wait, hang on. I've actually seen one episode of Star Trek, and that's why I only said I don't. I've never really watched it because I've only seen one episode, and the episode I've seen was the big controversial kiss. Because I was in radio and TV, and they were talking about different eras of TV and like how this was huge.
Wait a minute.
So
So
I-
you've only watched an episode of the original series, which was relatively shit.
Yes.
Right. I was gonna tell Jenny to be quiet in Klingon, but I just tried to translate that, and I can't fucking pronounce it to save my life.
Benny Loco says,
Some people don't really understand the magnitude of that kiss, though. That they had no problem with Kirk kissing a green woman from another planet,
no.
but to kiss a black woman was an issue.
People genuinely were upset. I heard people talking about it for a couple of days afterwards, and some people being absolutely virulently angry about
There
it.
were TV stations in some states that refused to air the episode.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
By the way, never again is correct. I am only 23 for those that don't know.
13.
I am
Why
not
you keep-
13.
Why you keep lying about this, I don't know. Benny Loco says, a Klingon is...
Oh,
It's the
by
same-
the way, you have to super chat that to Dave now.
That I'm 13.
I have no idea what it is, but I know that's Klingon.
Yeah, I think Ox gave the Klingon, but I've got no idea how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
To speak Klingon, all you do is speak in tongues and add a few hard consonants.
There you go.
Delphi
Benny
is
Loco.
right.
Benny Loco says his voice is still crackling. So he's 13.
Yo, Dofi is right though. That actually was not the first interracial kiss on TV.
Was it not?
Nope.
But was it the first one on prime time?
I think it was the first one on primetime, but not on regular TV. I
And
can't
what-
remember.
I mean, I know the one that we celebrate as our first lesbian kiss was not our first lesbian kiss.
Oh,
Right.
which is that?
Brookside. So a
Oh.
soap we had.
So that was, but yeah, it's a bit different because people watch Star Trek.
Well, this is the point. People watch Brookside. I think it's because it was a primetime thing rather than a.
Yeah. Well, bear in mind we did only have 4 channels in the UK back when Brookside was on TV.
Yes.
I liked it when Ellen came out on TV in her TV series. It was one of the funniest LGBT things you'd ever want to see. It was just a riot.
Didn't I Love Lucy have an interracial kiss before Star Trek?
Well,
I
it
don't think so.
depends on how you class Desi, I guess.
Brainbug says, when will we have our first lesbian kiss on Critical Questions? That's quite a difficult question to answer, given that we almost never... The only people we've had in the same room have been Julie and Junk Shop.
Wait. You get Jen and Will on here.
They're not in the same room.
Not in the same room.
Well,
Physically in the same space.
To have a lesbian
Hey,
kiss.
wait, hang on. They didn't clarify it had to be a real kiss. So, Purple wins.
Brainbug says full of excuses.
I'm still trying to work out the lesbian angle though in that.
Just give somebody tickets to my house.
A ticket to appear on tickets to appear on Critical Questions and put your address.
Yep.
I'll
make them dinner and breakfast, hopefully.
Sure.
Dave should do a Scouse accent. I can't do a Scouse accent. All I can do is I can say, right there, Baconhead. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about right.
I occasionally I will fuck up saying bus and say bus or poob, but that's about it.
Hey, are we gonna ask everyone questions today?
Yeah, I think so.
Darn.
Sorry.
I'm not going to attempt to do a Scouse accent, so.
I find it weird I can't do one. Doc says that's deeply offensive. It is.
See, the only accent I can do is like a deep Southern, and that's just to make fun of that accent.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand the significance of me not being able to do a Scouse accent.
No, that
Because
is
I
kind of
grew
weird.
up with it. I grew up with the Scouse accent.
Right. That is a bit weird.
It was the bump on the head that changed all that.
No, it was moving to Bristol and moving in with a deaf person, and I had to
You
very
don't sound,
much.
I'll tell you what, you don't sound Bristol though. I sound more Bristol.
It was.
than you do, and I've got to live there.
People think it was the deaf person because I had to. I had to watch my mouth when I talked. I had to very much because he lip read all the time.
You had to enunciate a bit.
That's the word I was looking for. So I lived with him for 18 months, and in that time, I completely lost my accent.
Yeah, I mean, a Bristol accent, I suppose. We do know in the YouTube community. He doesn't live there.
Katie.
Yeah, Lucy.
Lucy
fight the flat. Fight the flat Earth.
He
He's got a
does,
Bristol accent. Yeah,
He does. Well, I wouldn't call his Bristol. I call his further south. He's more West Country than Bristol.
He actually sounds more Hampshire, doesn't he? But but of course he's up in Scotland now. But yeah, he's got a bit of a Bristol accent.
Ox called me out for that Southern accent thing. He's like, "Quit doing that."
Go on then. I'll lay off the Southern accent. Right.
I
Can
can
someone
do a
tell me
Gungan
what?
accent.
Can someone tell me what Purple's link says?
Purple licks.
Did I say purple? Stool's link.
Oh,
Because if I click the link, it'll cover up your window.
okay. I'm just waiting for it now.
Hold on, I'll open a new tab.
Oh, okay. He's on the English Klingon translator for you there, Dave.
Oh, I can't click it.
Potato.
That's annoying. Potato. Potato. Right. New question. Thank you.
Do you have any
Right.
questions?
We have
I don't believe you.
question. was an echo. A question 1447. What is your favourite colour food?
Favorite color food?
Ox has already answered. I believe that purple.
So I have a color.
Color of food?
Atheist Donna says
Okay.
beige.
I'm gonna say possibly because generally that's what color my curries come out. So
Benny
I
Loco
don't know. I
says
suppose I'd go with red for pomegranates and strawberries.
Benny Loco says green. Brainbug says brown.
I would say green.
You'd say green. Ricardo?
What called? I don't know. Pink,
Pink?
like a medium rare steak. Pink.
Very good.
I could go all the way to brown because Marmite.
Oh,
I
God,
should-
Marmite.
That's disgusting.
I should have gone with orange since it's the only color that actually has a fruit named for it.
Yeah, that's actually my
Marmite is
favorite. So
lovely.
Blueberries.
No.
I do have to say orange because I love oranges.
See, I'm going to go orange, but mostly because of the thing that the name of that has completely gone out of my head. What did we have for dinner last night?
Orange chicken?
What? Butternut squash.
Yeah, squash is orange, isn't
butternut.
it?
Yeah, that's very good.
Butternut squash is more yellow, not really
Yeah.
orange.
It's orange.
It's orange inside.
Acorn is more yellow.
Cantaloupe is orange. On the
Ox
Cantaloupe
inside.
says-
is orange.
Ox says peach.
Those new peaches.
And now the
Thank you, Donna. I
Donna,
knew
how-
you wouldn't let me down.
The reason we don't appreciate Marmite because it's vile.
It's just like sardines in a can. It looks disgusting, smells disgusting, and tastes disgusting.
Exactly.
Except sardines are wonderful.
Ugh.
Oh,
Especially
child.
fucking
Canned sardines. Good lord.
Sorry, America is in no position to diss Marmite, you know.
Oh, I'm sure we have
Which is
just
with-
as equally gross stuff.
Well, you were talking about biscuits and gravy before we went on stream, so
America's
Right.
in perfect position to diss Marmite because there's an ocean between us and anybody who'd try to punch us for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're English.
Exactly.
You eat grape paste and think it's good.
Godless Saying says French fries, so whatever colour French fries are. And can I make a slight interjection while we're at this point here? Well, make Jen go to the hospital. We voted. She has to go.
I think she should get. I personally think she should get checked out myself. Yes. I would say that.
Is she drooling?
What? She is now. Will's woken up. Stool says mackerel is the future. And then Atheist Donna says something really disgusting and vile. I don't think
What
I
was
can
that?
repeat it on this stream.
Marmite
come
crisp,
on.
Marmite cheese, original. Okay, hell no. Marmite cheese?
Marmite
What the
crisps.
fuck?
Marmite crisps are lovely.
Marmite cheese. That sounds horrifying.
You know why I would never eat Marmite?
Because it's
The
vile.
name. How can you even get past the name?
Yeah, nothing sounds
The
more
name,
appetizing
have you
than a
have you
Marmite.
opened a jar? The name is not a problem. The
fucking-
smell.
Yeah, it's the smell.
The name is truth in advertising because it is crushed mites.
I mean, it smells like old moldy gym clothes and baked
Hashtag-
ass.
Hashtag my mate Marmite.
Marmite is vile. The atheist community on the whole has spoken.
You know, I'm from Wisconsin. One of the big industries in Wisconsin, up towards the north, in the in the Green Bay area, is paper manufacturing. And you got lots of companies that you'll all know if I rattle them off. But one in particular is Kimberly Clark. They're known for toilet paper.
Yeah.
A friend of mine used to be one of the R&D designers in the company, and she was telling me all about their toilet paper research. And you know what they use to simulate poo-poo when they're
Marmite.
testing toilet paper? Yes, that's it.
Yes, they do. I knew this already. It's
Yes,
a
they
good
do.
consistency.
There you go. It's got many uses.
Yes,
Yeah,
but not one of them as a food.
Yeah, Marmite looks like you would put something on like a metal
Well, look,
chain
at
to
the end
rust
at
it.
the end of the day, once again, you cannot use that as a stick to bash us with when you can see all the shit Coca-Cola is used for and can be used for. You
Hey,
drink
well,
it.
okay, Jeff, I got a question for you. You've referenced American biscuits and gravy. What kind of fucked up biscuits and gravy have you had from here? Because good biscuits and gravy doesn't taste bad.
Right, Jen's
Yeah,
arrived.
but your gravy.
Wait, shut
I've
up.
had biscuits and gravy. It's not impressive.
Right, go to the fucking hospital.
If you have the biscuits and gravy with eggs, the way it's meant, it's pretty good. Or with
How can you have biscuits and gravy when you don't even know what biscuits are?
or with chicken fried steak.
You keep substituting cookies for them.
Yeah. Heathens, love you.
Betty Loco says Marmite is shelled beetle carcasses. Dog says I could eat Marmite with a spoon.
You make
Dog,
me
I know.
Yes,
now I
and
know
the
what-
spoon tastes better than the Marmite. What's your point?
That's true.
Grits are gross. Jen says she wish I told no one.
I will agree. Grits are gross.
Yeah, grits are no fun.
Grits are no fun. This is like, mind you, I don't like porridge either.
That's
so.
like saying like grits is like cocoa wheats, right? You're telling your kid you're gonna have a sweet cereal and you just plop a bowl of cocoa wheats on it.
Yeah, I gagged on that stuff when I was a kid. Oatmeal too. I just can't deal with oatmeal. I love
like
oatmeal.
oatmeal.
I like oatmeal in lots of different things, but not just as warm, glucky, pasty.
I love warm oatmeal. It's
In the
delicious.
U.S., grits are a very regional thing.
They
If you're
are.
in the South, they have grits every day. If you're in the North, people have barely heard of them.
Right, two things. Randy says, did someone from the UK criticise food from anywhere else? Of course, we have the right to criticise food because we take all the best food from elsewhere. Right. David Melbourne says Vegemite is better than Marmite. It's better at
Vegemite's
degreasing.
worse.
It's better at degreasing.
I have not tried Vegemite yet, so I don't tend to diss it. I've heard some good things.
Do you know why they named it
I am
Vegemite?
I'm planning on trying Vegemite as soon as possible.
Because
Do you know why they named it Vegemite?
because they rated how disgusting things were, and Marmite reached M on the alphabet, and Vegemite was V. Basically,
No.
you don't get much more vile.
They named it Vegemite because they ran out of words for puke.
I like Dave's as well. That was pretty good, Dave.
Okay, are we ready for our next question?
No,
Well,
Dave,
did everyone answer?
Dave, did you answer, Dave?
I answered.
Okay.
So what was your answer, Dave?
Orange.
Orange.
Butternut
Okay.
squash.
And oranges,
Yeah,
Butternut squash.
and cantaloupe.
pumpkins.
Pumpkins
But-
are vile.
Not a lot of people eat pumpkins, believe it or not.
No, you just
Oh,
gut them.
I love pumpkin.
Actually, a pumpkin just roasted like a squash is quite good.
Yes, it is.
Does it taste like pumpkin?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Then it's horrible.
Yeah, just lop it in half, scoop the seeds out, and put it in the oven for a while.
I think that
I had a
think-
partner that used to roast the seeds.
I think we should have like a food scale of good to disgusting, and Marmite and Vegemite are the standard for disgusting. So is it between Marmite or Vegemite? A little bit of Marmite.
Well, read anything out however you want, but nothing beats Brussels sprouts.
Oh God.
No. I think I agree with Jenny. Nothing beats Brussels sprouts. For disgusting.
No,
Brussels
they're
sprouts.
wonderful.
Brussels sprouts are
Evil.
just about tolerable, but not very nice.
They're good for you.
That
I'm
sounds
sure
like
they
my
are.
dating profile bio.
And
So
they
is
make, and they make you boop.
So is exercise, and you don't see me advocating for that either.
Fair.
Right, next question. In some ways related. Question 1448. What is the worst thing you have vomited on?
Myself, I guess.
Yourself you can fix in a shower.
No, not when
Hold
you
on.
pass out right afterwards.
Are you talking vomiting physically vomiting on something, or vomiting because of something you've consumed?
Because of something you can... No, say that again.
Are you talking about physically vomiting on something, like, i.e. I vomited in the sink or on the sink, or vomited as in you vomited because of something you've consumed?
Because of something you consumed.
Tequila. Okay,
tequila. What it is that made you puke?
Oh no, sorry. I mean both. I'm confusing myself now. Either vodka, tequila.
Okay, well then in my case I have to modify it. It would be beer on myself.
Beer on yourself.
In the backyard at 2 a.m. And I couldn't go wash it off because I passed out.
I will say there was a bit of stains on my shirt from the tequila incident, but I used to actually love back in the day doing tequila shooters, and then I got so drunk on it one night that even the thought of tequila now is enough to make me want to be sick.
Plums.
Mine is Cheez-Its.
And then I asked my dad, why didn't you come and bring me in the house and put me to bed? He said, because the grass is easier to clean.
Yeah, mine were
not wrong.
I can never eat a Cheez-It again. Word of advice: don't get drunk and eat an entire box of Cheez-Its. That's all I'll say.
Well, the worst thing I ever vomited on was my gym coach in junior high. He was a horrible person.
Surely that was a good. Yeah, wait. Was that the worst thing because it was the worst thing you vomited on, or was it the worst thing because he was terrible?
You said the original question was the worst thing you vomited on. He was the worst thing I vomited on. I told him I was sick. He wouldn't believe me because he thought I was just trying to get out of class. So I spewed all over him.
That works.
If he had just let me go to the nurse the first time I asked, he wouldn't have had that problem.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Quentin.
So Cheez-Its, and I threw up on a $300 rug.
You see, the worst thing I threw up on was almost certainly a rug. A very expensive rug that was brought back from Hong Kong, I think, back in the 80s. Yeah,
that was not a fun night for me.
Puke is nasty. I mean, it's just it's one of the things that kept me out of finishing nurses training. It just gets me so ill to be anywhere near it. I don't even like myself when I puke.
No.
Especially
there's nothing. And the only thing I like about puking, the only thing I can say I like about puking is the feeling afterwards. The relief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Unless you've been eating some spicy food, because then afterwards you just feel all the acid in your throat.
Especially whenever you've puked and now you're dry heaving and it finally stops, that relief is just like, oh my God, thanks.
Oh, dry heaving is so painful.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're dry heaving, you just hope you'll pass out.
That bitter, yucky taste, I think it's bile, it's yellow, and it comes out at the end. That's nasty. That's
the fucking worst. Toilet Pilates is not fun, y'all.
So how's the chat doing? We lose anybody?
No, not yet. Ricardo!
I'm not sure if it's the same name, but it's Lucky Strike. It was a drink that had flakes of gold in it. It was horrible.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same name. We called it Lucky Strike in Portugal. And I threw up over a boombox. Very expensive boombox.
Ooh.
Wait, who thinks about drinking alcohol with gold in it? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I was young and stupid.
There's a couple of alcohols that are sold that way. It's supposed to be some hoity-toity thing, and it's just
That just
dumb. They're
sounds
taking in
terrible.
goddamn
Yeah, I've heard
fucking
of
metal.
like a couple of foods that they've like coated in gold, and it's like, why do you want to eat gold?
Because you can. Because to show that you're a snob. Like
Yep.
Lucy just turned around and said, I nearly threw up on Mark's willy after I drank 2 bottles of champagne, and I then fell asleep with his willy in my mouth.
Oh.
That's not
All
very
right.
complimentary, but funny.
Well, that's deep.
Yeah, but
That's an interesting thing to puke up on.
eating heavy metals is not a good idea.
They just pass through you. Gold just passes through you if you eat it like that.
Hey, Dave, since you were the other person that puked on a rug, did you attempt to clean said puke off rug?
No, I couldn't stop puking. It was bright purple puke.
Oh, no.
It was a creamy white based rug as well, and bright purple puke.
Oh, God. Oh,
What did you eat that was purple?
Plums. Hundreds and hundreds of plums.
Oh, that's smart.
Why would you do that?
He's a
I was
kid.
very young.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
That's like when you eat asparagus and what it does to your piss. Oh my god.
Apart from the fact that it doesn't to most people.
See, the reason why I think people eat asparagus is because they're all secretly sadists because they know how bad it fucking smells.
It doesn't smell of anything.
Good.
It smells of nothing.
I'll just say, I'm burning incense here. I'm going to look into whether there's Marmite incense sticks or not.
Tusk says,
Ginger, you don't like asparagus, I take it.
Oh, I fucking hate asparagus. It's disgusting.
I used to know this asparagus farm, and I would go out in right around Father's Day, very year to year. And I'd go out and I'd buy an entire shopping bag full of asparagus for like $25.
Oh no.
Oh, it was so good.
I don't think I've ever actually had asparagus, but I could be wrong.
You know what else is really gross? Is those long ass fucking green beans. Those things are fucking terrible.
They're fine.
We'll cut them up.
No, no, like cause as soon as you cook them, they get all fucking slimy, and no, I'm good.
I've lost it. Tusk says, I had gold flakes on caviar at Christmas for starters.
So you just
that
had
seems excessive.
A big bowl of ass with gold on it.
Caviar's lovely. Fresh caviar.
See, I don't even want to try that. I look at it and know what it is, and I'm pretty sure
that's the
to
same
go back
problem
in the
with
ocean.
most foods. Oh, okay. Tusk says, I'm a big Ponzi chef. But here's the question. Did you eat that because you wanted to eat that, or because you made that for someone else? Ox says,
Ox has no taste.
Ox says, Marmite incense, just find some dried cow patties, light one up.
Exactly.
Right, here's the problem. No, I beg to differ. Okay? Burning cow patties does not smell as bad.
You sound like you're talking from experience there, Dave.
Oh shit!
Exactly. Oh my!
Oh my god! Yeah, this is why Ox is one of my favorite people in the chat. I love that guy.
Dave, have you ever been to a cow chip tossing contest?
No.
Wait! That's a real thing? I thought that was a fucking joke.
Oh no, that's real.
No,
absolutely.
I mean, I've heard of midget tossing, which I was told was a real thing, and I still don't believe is a real thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dwarf bowling is a real thing.
Yeah, it's called dwarf tossing, not midget.
Why is that a thing?
Because they're small.
People have fun with it, and the person being tossed makes money off of it.
Okay,
We'll
Tusk
literally
says,
do anything for money, won't we?
Yes.
Holy
yes.
shit.
Literally.
It kind of
we're
also shows we're kind of shows how fucked up we are as a species.
Yeah, it pretty much comes down to that. By and large, we're a bunch of sick bastards.
I cannot imagine picking up a human being and throwing them at bowling pins.
I don't know. Hold on. There's quite a few humans I'd like to be able to pick up and throw at bowling pins.
If anybody in the chat's near a television, quick, turn on the view on ABC and look at this color of lipstick that Meghan McCain has on. It's
Oh, that's
absolutely atrocious.
Right. Betsy is defending Marmite. Atheist Donna says, I thought you were hung ox. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Tusk.
Donna knows that Marmite is awesome. That's why.
Tusk says,
Donna's here? I didn't know Donna was here. Hi, Donna.
Tusk it says our family is made up of chefs, and if we take and we all take turns. So this year I got the fish course and starter. I made sure I one-upped everyone else just to be a twat. Ox says I didn't get my name from being dumb or strong. Just saying. Nerdy says midget tossing sounds rude.
Right? Thank you.
It's rude if they don't agree to it.
There's a lot of people who think it shouldn't be because it's just this terrible politically incorrect thing to do. But the person who's getting tossed approves of doing it, and they get paid for it.
No, it's not even that I think it's politically incorrect. I just think it's fucking insane.
Godless sewing. We've talked about that on the show before, by the way.
We'll get to that in a minute. Just wait. Never Again says, there is a question here. Never Again says, I darn near died once from food poisoning in the 70s from a contaminated McDonald's hamburger. You mean a normal McDonald's hamburger?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what all I vomited on during those 3 days of hell. Atheist Donna says, I'm 5'1". Do I count as a midget? I think two of us could give her. I think two of us could give her a good throw.
I think it's
Can I ask a question about the hamburger? What was the McDonald's hamburger contaminated with? Beef?
No.
There was not an ounce of beef.
It was most likely the floor of the McDonald's because they'll fucking pick a burger off the floor and put it on a bun for you.
Godless Sewing says, the donkey show is real, midget tossing is real, and I've seen real-life werewolves at a circus in Mexico. What donkey show are you talking about?
I don't want to know.
Dave, we've talked donkey shows on this.
Yeah, you don't. Let's stop talking about Borro shows.
Let's not go there again.
Please.
Uhan says, I've only ever vomited in a toilet or wastebasket. Ox says, 5'1" sounds like a fun time more than a midget. Stool says, I'm going to poo in a jar and call it posh Marmite. People wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Nerdy says, we do all know the other meaning of the word tossing. Yes, which is why we're not saying that we're tossing off midgets.
Wait, are they talking about salad tossing a midget?
No.
Or are they... Okay, well, wait, no, I got it. Oh, God.
You got it.
Damn it. Yeah, I got it. Fuck.
Nerdy says, donkey tossing. Right. This question is meant to be about throwing up. How exactly are we on midget tossing and midget anything midgety?
It's called stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Ricardo.
Yes.
What have you thrown up? And what have you thrown up on? Oh, you've already answered. Shit.
Yeah, Lucky Strike on a boombox.
Damn it. Yeah.
Did you answer? Oh, wait, yeah,
yes.
You're the rug. You were the rug.
Purple.
Well, I told you I threw up on, so.
Yeah,
so everyone's answered. We could have moved on ages ago then.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I want to ask this question.
Throwing up when you're drunk isn't really all that bad.
Unless you get dry heaves.
By the time you drank that much, your throat is pretty much numb.
We should get a moderator on this channel.
I know. Right. Next question. 1449. What item of clothing do you most identify with?
What?
What item of clothing do you most identify with?
Oh, Lord.
I guess shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah, because everybody walks all over me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Ricardo.
Don't know. Socks, maybe.
Socks. Stool answered socks as well. I can't press the damn button. Ox says, I know Math Pig's answer is a mankini.
Hell yeah.
Never Again says my hoodies. Godless Sewing says my denim underwear.
Where do you get denim underwear?
He makes it.
I was going to say, he certainly makes it. Ox says mine would be shorts. Uhan says Dickie's shorts. We'll give them back to Dickie.
Wait, wait, hang on. Why in particularly Dickies? Like, why would that brand would you identify with? I'm curious because a lot of people don't like Dickies.
Tusk says me equals big stompy army boots with no subtlety at all. I always used to wear army boots before my legs couldn't take the weight. Never Again says, for real, it's my blue jeans, always has been. Stool says, fingerless gloves. Dog says, I identify with my leatherette thongs. They chafe a bit and stink in the summer, but. The summer butt. Tobin says, my boxes, I'm modest, dude. Jess says, those compression undergarments, always trying to hold shit together. Very underrated. Godless Scummer says, a condom because I constantly get fucked by people and thrown away.
Damn it, you won't up me.
I don't believe he would have said that if he was here. Benny Loco says, you get denim underwear at the Levi's store in the Daisy Duke section. Kevin says, black...
Oh, God.
Kevin says black Dickies, whatever the hell they are. Grumpy Old Dude says boxer shorts. Nerdy says, I also identify with Merkins.
What the fuck?
Why doesn't that surprise me?
A merkin is a chest hair toupee.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. A merkin is a genital toupee.
It's a body toupee.
Wait,
it's specifically. If you go and search for merkin, the only thing you will find. The most thing you will find is genital wigs.
Prove it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Well,
hang on
I
here.
suppose
Wait a
genital
minute.
toupee also fits, but I thought Merkins were the people from like Louisiana, Texarkana.
Okay,
Benny
I know
Loco
you guys are fucking with me at this point.
No!
They make
I don't look what the actual definition
wigs
is
for
now.
your junk.
Right.
Yes,
The
they
definition.
make
Shut up. The definition of a merkin is a pubic wig.
Why? Why is this a thing? What the fuck?
They were originally worn by sex workers to hide whether or not they had disease.
Or a penis.
So yeah, another disgusting reason to hide diseases.
Right, but they're now worn for other reasons, to look glamorous.
Which is interesting because the fashion nowadays is to shave.
Wait a minute. Who thinks, you know what? That ball pube toupee looks good. I'm gonna just wear this for my significant other or for myself. What?
Yes. This is
No,
my
don't
only
kink
answer.
shame.
I'm not kink shaming. At this point, I'm not baffled anymore. This is fucking. This is becoming the norm.
Ginger, you're 23.
Yeah.
Trust us, this is really normal.
Fucking Christ.
Atheist Donna says, I don't identify with clothing, full stop.
Today I'm identifying with my bra because it's brand new and it's very uncomfortable.
I thought they were meant to get uncomfortable with age.
I don't know. My experience is that when they're new, they're most uncomfortable.
Yeah, over-the-shoulder boulder holders don't seem like they'd be fun to wear.
Definitely not sometimes.
It's like the under-the-butt nut huts. They're not comfortable, in my opinion.
Trump was the Merkin president.
And CEO. Fuck.
Maynard Save says, Merkins don't work, they keep getting blown off.
I just can't believe people are buying testicle wigs, man. That just...
Purple! I forgot whether you answered. I forgot whether anyone
No,
answered.
I didn't yet.
What's your
jean jacket.
Your jean jacket?
There has never been a time when I have not had a jean jacket. I still have the one I wore in high school, and I can still wear it.
Now that's depressing for me. Stool says pubes are more awesome than yogurt. I don't understand the connection. I mean, if you find a pube in your yogurt, that's not.
Yeah, it makes me
fun.
sad. I don't want to think about pubes and yogurt now, man. Fuck.
Well, if there's something that looks like yogurt coming out from near the pubes, you need to see a doctor.
You know what the worst thing is about finding a pube in your yogurt?
What?
If it's at the bottom.
Realizing that it's not yours.
Ox says pubic hair keeps your face warm on cold nights. Tusk says they were used in films in the 70s and 80s because you could have explicit nudity, so the woman wore merkin wigs. I suppose that makes sense because it's classed as nighttime clothing. So they're not naked.
I mean, that also makes sense. But...
Yeah, that actually does make sense.
Well,
like,
yeah,
but
in America,
explain to me
not,
why
it's illegal to show your breasts. It's illegal to show your nipples.
See, explain to me though, why would a regular Joe who doesn't act in porn or anything like that, works at like a fucking bank, go out, buy a merkin and rock it? Like, because
he's the kind of guy who wears his shirt open.
Wait, we have to. I can find out the answer.
And a white
Jeff.
belt.
Yo, other than the answer I put in the chat.
No. The answer to the question Quentin just asked.
I didn't hear the quick question he just asked.
The question was like, I can understand like porn actors doing this shit, but why would somebody that would like works at a bank or a regular job just go out and fucking rock a ball sack fucking wig?
I don't know because I don't just have a lot of hair up here. Okay, so
chances are that sort of person is not going to. And I told you who would do it. It's the guy who wears his shirt open to his belly button, has gold chains, a white belt, and greasy hair.
Right, but the thing is, testicles already look fucking weird. Adding more hair is not going to make it look any different.
No, you're right.
I can't imagine that they actually put the wig on the scrotum, though.
No, I don't think they do. I think it's just above.
How would you glue it? And more importantly, how would you remove it?
How would you remove it? Very, very quickly.
Yep, like duct tape.
It becomes a self-fulfilling thing, doesn't it? Because you put that on, and then any hair you might grow gets instantly fucking waxed off anyway when you remove it.
I can't imagine removing it from the scrotum because the skin there is so stretchy that trying to rip it off quickly is not really going to work.
How do you think waxing works?
The problem is when you get somebody who doesn't really understand and they wrap their penis with it.
Oh, no!
I'm
All right,
sorry.
Next question, Dave. Next question.
I never know. Keep that thing away from me.
There we go. Crafty says, the normal person who gets a merkin is the lad that lost a bet to his mates and had to get a Brazilian.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair thing.
That's what Crafty said. Right. Next question.
Okay. I just want to say I would never hang out with guys who would make such a bet.
Oh, I would.
I don't think I'd ever hang out with you guys.
and yet here you are.
It's one of the things, isn't it? That when this whole the pandemic and all the lockdowns are over, Jenny is still not going to want to meet up with us in real life. It's just not.
Oh, I can't wait till it goes back to normal so I can start pranking my friends again. That's the best part of being a friend, is getting to prank them.
I just want to get back to the weekly orgies.
Same. You throw great orgies, Dave.
I just want my corner downtown back.
That's one thing I can actually safely say is that the pandemic has not affected my sex life.
Right, next question. Question 1450. In 1450, Guttenberg invented the printing press.
The movable type printing press.
Do you think
press
this
already existed? It's the movable type that Guttenberg invented.
Yes.
Not relevant to the question. You will see why if I can finish it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Do you think this or the internet has had more impact on spreading lies?
Oh, fucking for sure, the internet.
on spreading
know-
lies.
Do you know
that's
what
a
the
tough
printing press was
No, no,
first used
Guttenberg.
for?
Well, relative to the culture that of the time,
Yes.
you have to look at it that first of all. So the biggest effect spreading lies is not necessarily a population based thing or per capita.
Where did you get 1450 as well from? It says here 1440.
That's the point of the joke.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's not, but okay, you can use that. The page that just gives me dates that I plug in question numbers to.
Yeah.
I'll have to complain.
Well, the printing press couldn't spread that many lies when most of the people were illiterate and couldn't read anyway.
Yes, but do you know what the printing press was first used for?
Yeah, that's the
The
reason
Bible.
why.
Yeah.
Well, that actually
the
wasn't
biggest
what
lie
was
there
first
is.
used for. That's just what became really popular for.
Right, but I'm saying I think it's the internet because like you could literally spread one lie into several different countries in a matter of like fucking 30 seconds. I mean, Donald Trump did it with our whole country almost every day. He was on fucking Twitter. So
Yeah.
And I think that's faster.
Okay, but the question isn't necessarily
impact.
what spread the lies the quickest. It's an overall thing.
yeah, but it impacted like
And I honestly don't know the answers. I couldn't quantify the answer
Well,
to this. I
Also,
don't know.
the printing press was still very expensive. It could only be used by someone who had some means and therefore usually education. The internet can be used by any idiot that can press a power button.
Right, Nerdima says the internet is faster, so lies can be debunked faster.
that
too.
is true. That is true, but they can get spread very, very fucking quickly.
No,
But
I mean,
lies never get counteracted. A lie goes around the globe three
Yeah.
times before the truth wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, if debunking worked, we wouldn't have flat earthers.
Oh God, please don't get me started.
Ox says the internet is faster and more worldwide than the time of the press.
I would probably, if you're going to quantify it in those terms, that how quickly and the people got the access to the internet now, and how population is a lot wider. On that basis, I'm probably going to hazard a guess at the internet.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I think no matter how you qualify it, it's going to have to be the internet because it can reach everywhere virtually simultaneously. With a printing press, even when they were printing newspapers, those only got out to the people in that one city. That wasn't going to get out across the whole country, let alone the whole world.
However, when you you had the printing press, there was basically no possibility of something being debunked.
Right, but
No,
think
not
about it like
really.
so. I'm not saying
There
ahead.
still wasn't, because most people couldn't read then.
Right, and like I'm not saying that the impact of the printing press didn't spread a lot of fucking lies, but just think about it. How many people can you think of right now that because the internet says that you shouldn't wear a mask because it's bullshit, don't wear a fucking mask because they believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't the internet that
probably-
said that. It's
we
the
could-
news
what-
that said that.
Okay. The problem we got here is that we could probably, in the age of the internet, we could probably actually do some sort of study into how, you know, how many lies or how far lies travel in a certain amount of time. It's difficult to do that. We're looking at the printing press. It's that would stand there impossible.
Well,
I will say I'm going to only say the internet because that's one we could possibly get data for it on.
See, I'm stuck now. I was coming into this question with the internet being my answer, but at the end of the day, you did not need to read to get the lies from the printing press.
No,
You would have a person that would read the newspaper to lots of people, and it would spread like that. Whereas, so I don't know, but there still was no debunking. There was no possibility of debunking.
Read the
Yeah,
question again, exactly how it's written.
it's difficult. It's difficult to
Sorry, the question is
difficult.
written.
We cannot get data on the
Well, the second half of the question is written. Do you think this or the internet has had more impact on spreading lies? See, I don't know how you separate.
I still go with Guttenberg because at that period of our human history, communication was just beginning. Things like printing presses in Western world was just beginning, and so the fact that this could now come out and reach so many more people than was previously possible, I think had a greater effect on the total society.
I mean, you tell me. Do you think, in terms of spreading lies, you're putting a lot of blame on the internet? I'm mostly aiming this at Quinton. You're putting a lot of blame on the internet rather than the news companies.
Well, no, like I'm not just blaming the internet. Like news companies are at fault, but there are a lot of people that get their news from the internet. Like,
but okay, when we're talking about newspapers, until recently, if a newspaper got a reputation for printing lies, they'd go out of business.
That doesn't work with Fox.
Now it's just a fucking everyday occurrence on any news channel.
No. Yellow journalism.
Well, that's why I said until recently that things like Fox
goes
back
as long as
that equation. But in the 1970s, 1980s, if a newspaper got a bad reputation for printing wrong information, people stopped buying it.
Yeah, well,
that's not true. That's just not true.
I couldn't say that. I couldn't. I don't know that I'd agree with that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the reputation of U.S. newspapers are like, but like the most popular newspaper in Britain at that time would have been The Sun, which is notorious for printing bollocks. It still is. Yet it's still probably
exists,
the most popular newspaper in the UK.
You're not looking broad enough to answer this question. Yellow journalism has existed ever since there became newspapers. There has always been newspapers that print lies with intention, and they've always continued to manufacture their lies without going out of business because of it.
I mean,
because there's always a certain percentage of the population that not only read and believe that, but like it.
Yeah, yes. I mean, like, look at the numbers
they want to be
pulls every fucking week.
They absolutely know. There's examples of yellow journalism from say the 1700s in America, particularly in the political realm. But it goes back to agent papers in London and things like that. It's always been there.
That is true. From the first newspapers, there were always people who were printing slurs about their political rivals.
Yeah. Right, just let me catch up on the chat quickly. African Humanists. Yes, the internet's been used to spread lots of fake news. Dog says, the internet by far, the Flat Earth Society used to spread their nonsense from 1518. Never Again says, that book alone makes way too many people believe in shit that isn't true. I think talking about the Bible. More people use the internet than read newspapers in today's world.
Exactly.
That's very true. Never Again says, if education worked, we wouldn't have flat earthers either.
Yep.
I think the long and short of it is, if the printing press has any advantage, it's only because it had a 500-year head start. The internet will quickly catch up.
I would say that would possibly be the best answer to give here. That even if the printing press has historically spread more, it ain't going to take the internet long to catch up if it hasn't already.
The printing press, because I was thinking, I think the internet started somewhere in January 83.
Not for the public. For the public, it wasn't until mid-90s.
But it's considered as beginning of 83 that the first internet communication started, and by that time there were already like 1 billion Catholics around the world, or Christians, or religious people around the world. So that's one thing. The other is it was used by the rich to print out their books, their magazines, and in order to control the information that was being fed to the population. So I think that the internet is just a consequence of that. So the internet was used to carry on, but I think that the printing press was that started the whole movement.
Yeah, but I don't think you're thinking about one of the biggest reasons why I'm choosing the internet is because you can basically post a fucking lie anonymously, and if there's no way to prove who said it and no way to prove that it's wrong, That shit will catch like a fucking California forest on fire.
That's where it's very difficult, as I say, because we could probably, as I said earlier, if we really thought about it, anyone who's inclined to could probably do a study into how much lies and how many lies have been spread by the internet. Now, I think it would be impossible to go through enough historical evidence to quantify that for the printing press.
I think it'd be hard to do for the
And the
internet.
other thing,
I think it'd be very hard to do with the internet, but it's possibly doable. But what you can get with the internet is the sheer speed of a lie. It's not just
the printing press had a much higher level of accountability because you could tell who was responsible for printing a document.
And
on the internet, you can't trace a lie back to its source.
But not only that,
you couldn't.
You can get a lie through the internet, but you will get like 10 people coming in on the back of it and correcting that lie. The printing press, you could have a book that was printed, and then you could have another 2 or 3 books that were printed to contradict that one. But there was no guarantee that people would get those.
But there's no guarantee with the internet either, because
no, but I think
we had. I mean, a good example was that Donald Trump meme from a few years ago. You know, the quote where he's supposed to have said, "If I ever run for president, I'll do it as a Republican because their voters are stupid." Trump never said that. I mean,
that's right.
Donald Trump never said that. Yet, as much as late last year,
it's a good meme
around, and it's been corrected so many
it's
fucking
a good
times.
Meme. Right, yeah, but here, I'm going to go.
It's not true.
I just want to read what Dog wrote. If it wasn't for the internet, flat earthers would be writing on walls with their own shit. 28 million people read print circulation, weekly print circulation, 28.6 million units. So that's not very much. Day. 28 million newspapers a day are read. And something like 4 billion people use the internet. So
no, Stool. I don't need time to rethink this. A lot of what is printed probably isn't in existence anymore, and we don't know how far a lot of it. We can't quantify how much of it is spread. That's wrong, Stool.
Here's one for the chat and the panel. Who did invent the printing press?
No idea.
Off the top of my head, It's not. It wasn't Guttenberg though.
No, I was thinking it was probably it was probably a loom guy.
Movable type.
It was probably a loom guy.
Jonathan, wait.
Johannes Guttenberg. You're thinking of?
You're thinking of, yeah.
I can't read today. I'm gonna
go on, Jenny.
China, a couple thousand years before Guttenberg.
I figured it probably had some origins.
My answer to this is going to be the press for one reason and one reason only.
The Bible.
No, not the Bible.
Because you're good at being wrong?
Yes. Right, no, because the cost to debunking is cheaper on the internet. That's not to say I don't think lies spread and I don't think that contradicting was easy.
Are we talking about money-wise or damage-wise?
No, I'm talking about money-wise.
I don't know.
The cost for you can debunk basically for free. You cannot do that in the time of the printing press. You cannot. If you want to debunk, you need money.
Yeah, there's
on the internet, you can post a counterclaim. You can't necessarily effectively debunk because you can't really get that information to all the people who saw the original lie. And
but that's no different. No. Wait. That's no different to a printed book. There's no way of you getting that.
There's a point there because back in the day, if you printed a book or if you printed an article in a journal or whatever that it was a lie, the average Joe would not be able to do anything except talk really loud in a pub against it. Nowadays, anyone can go on the back of anything on the internet and just post whatever they want. So back then, the cost of if a lie went to be printed, then the cost to retract that lie would be, or to contradict that lie would be much higher, and it would only be available for some.
Yeah. And there's still no guarantee that it would be read. There's still no guarantee it would be read by the people it needed to be read to contradict it.
And I would expect more often than trying to put on a campaign to change the lie, that the first reaction by the populace would be to burn the book. Because there were such limited copies printed that they could effectively burn the book and make it go away.
Stool says bring back pamphlets.
That's the word that I was looking for.
Since I interrupted Purple, I'm going to let him have that last word.
Well, just you're saying about the cost of it, and the cost of a lie on the internet often comes into there being millions of dollars in legal fees.
That's also true.
If there is someone to counter it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Lies.
If you're attempting to counter it, it can be incredibly expensive to track down the original source and hold anyone accountable.
But most lies you can't counter because you would have to, especially, under US law, you would have to show that you are a harmed party.
Yeah,
right?
but
most lies are not targeted. Again, you look at Brexit. Brexit is a perfect example of the core set of lies that have been built up over 40 years.
Yeah, but sadly,
and they weren't
both
counterable.
sides of that both campaigns.
Yeah, but the campaign itself doesn't matter. The issue is the attitude was put in play by the Daily Mail and the Sun printing lies over 30 years so that people came into the Brexit campaign with this whole list of things that they believed that the EU did and didn't do.
Yeah.
That narrative wasn't changeable then. It was too late.
Because you got to the point with the whole thing of they want to ban English ale or something like that.
Yeah.
You got shit like that from the Daily Mail.
All the time. The bananas, the sausages, all these things that were made up.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, part of the problem is society.
Dave, I'll give you the best one.
Yeah.
British
no matter how many times Trump's lies were debunked, 30% of the population never wanted to hear it.
No.
The British prawn cocktail crisp.
Yeah.
Now, do you know the journalist who
Boris
was most
Johnson
responsible? Yes, for that one.
Yeah.
And he admitted it was a fucking lie and still kept repeating it. Our Prime Minister.
Yeah. Nerdy makes a good point, and I have to move on. Right. Using Dave's reasoning, the internet has more impact because it's cheaper.
The fact of the matter is, there is no way. I don't think there's any way that we could possibly find an objective answer to this question.
No, if there was an objective answer to this question, it'd be terrible for me to ask it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there is. This is just opinions. I'm loosely going to go with the internet, but again, I think it's easier to get data from the internet to quantify this than it would be for the entire history of printing.
Yeah,
but I'm loosely going to go with the internet with this.
But Jeff, if you think about it, for instance, the Salem witches would not be a possibility. The Spanish Inquisition would not be a possibility nowadays. There's a lot of things that, they happen because the information. What?
Well, just these things wouldn't happen today. You sure about certain things?
Well, not. What I'm saying is, it would be what I was trying to say is that it would be very difficult for those things to happen today because people have access to the internet, so the lie would not be. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, Ricardo. I disagree with that. It's very strongly.
I disagree with that.
Look at what's going on in Poland and Hungary right now, and how they're absolutely destroying and threatening the entire population of LGBT people.
Yeah, look what's going on your southern border.
Sorry?
Look what's going on, not yours, their southern border in America.
Yeah, but look at what's going on with the movement behind Biden and all the resistors so there's ways for people to get involved that wasn't available back in the printing press. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that
the problem is
internet is going to cure all evils in the world. What I'm saying is now there's something to fight that evil that wasn't available back in the printing press.
The problem is they are winning.
The thing to fight it is also help the cause.
Jenny,
it.
2 seconds. Just wait. Right. The problem is the people in power, are learning how to control the internet to restrict it without appearing to restrict it in those countries. And we haven't seen the use of the internet right now at this point, or up until say 5 or 6 years ago. The internet was an equalizing force for rebellion or for justice. In the last few years, we have started to see the tools that they will use to shut down that rebellion because they now see it as a threat.
Well, we can.
I don't disagree.
We can.
That's a point.
We can. I mean, we can. I think sometimes we can. As much as I've said about the internet, sometimes I think we can overstate the role of the internet as well. Like, I mean, a lot of people I have called like the Arab Spring, like the Facebook revolution, which is really oversimplifying the analysis of that and the role of the internet. And I'm not saying it didn't play as
the problem is the thing you're missing there. The role that there is people don't understand what the internet is. Right? The internet's role in the Arab Springs was huge. It was just the ability to communicate, the ability for people to communicate and organise on a level. Right? Nothing. That's not the web. That's happened. That's happened way before. Similar things have happened way before internet age, in a short amount of time. Not in the same way.
Go and look at 1848. Exactly the same.
You'd have to give me details.
European spring times of people.
I'm not disputing that.
Exactly the same thing. Wave of revolutions hitting Europe within weeks, months of one another. Same as the Arab Spring.
I can't comment because I don't know. Which is rare. I hate that.
Okay.
I don't like when I don't know things.
But are we talking about the same time frame?
Well, there you go. You know now.
No, I don't, because I won't remember.
We are talking similar time frames, yes. We are talking similar time frames.
Right. Any more comments before we move on?
I think we've done this one to death, honestly.
Considering what the question was. Mostly
it's Murdoch's fault.
It's Murdoch's fault. Right, next question. Question. This is the penultimate question. Question 1451. Have you ever accidentally caught someone naked? If so, what is the story?
I'll just say a holiday in Greece when I was 16. Yeah, with my parents. Enough said.
Never again says yes several times.
No more details.
Ox says yes, poor grandma. Jenny, you've got a grin on your face.
Yes, I have.
The most embarrassing for either you or them?
Oh, for all involved. Absolutely all involved. I walked into my parents, and it was the first time I've ever seen my dad on his knees. And everybody was naked except me.
When you say everyone, how many people were in the room?
Once I entered, 3.
Okay, fair enough. African Humanist says, yes, I have, and the sight was not good. Nerdy says, yes, they were peeing but forgot to lock the door. Mathpig says, pork granny. Okay.
I don't know. You caught her or she caught you?
I think the question might be whether or not he is looking to see if she's in the chat. Tusk says, shared about half a dozen flats as student so many times, also lived in a commune where everyone was naked all the time. Benny Loco said, oh well, the second part of the question, are people allowed to have a change of heart or mind? I missed something there. Oh, I see. Right, dog. Caught my parents having sex. They said they were playing horses. I did notice my mum had a clout like a quarry, changed my life forever. A clout. Dog comes from here, and I've got no clue what he's talking about. She's beside him right now. Right. Okay. Purple.
Yeah, I never walked in on my parents, but had it the other way around, that my stepdaughter walked in on me and her mother.
But you've never walked in on anyone else?
Yeah, not anyone that I hadn't already seen naked before that.
Fair enough. Ricardo.
I don't think I ever walked up on anyone naked. I don't, but I because where I was living when I was growing up, I always catch a lot of people naked in the beach in the dunes. So,
well, this is okay. That's the thing. This is what I find very odd that people that did. I grew up around the beach. I was forever stumbling over naked people.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the weirdest one was a woman that went that basically walked out of the tide wearing clothes, wet. And she just walked along, throwing them off.
Okay.
Until she was walking along naked to the station.
Well, that sounds okay.
No, she was completely nuts.
I'd ask her for a date.
No, she was nuts. Yeah, I was young enough to try and help her. And she was completely nuts. I can't even remember what happened in the end. I think we paid for a train ticket for her. Uhan says, oh no, we're still talking about Tusk says, a fanny like a canyon. Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Right. Quentin.
I walked in on two people having sex in the bathroom at my high school when I was a freshman.
Oh, and I forgot going to university as well.
That's so good for a freshman to run into.
Random parties.
Yeah, okay, so this is how it happened. I walked in, saw that, and I just said, all right, I'll go shit in the other bathroom, and just walked back to class.
Gee, high school, it's fun. I've had, I giggle and laugh at my parents and stuff, but I've had it happen to me, and it's just a terrible moment. It really is very frightening and scary. I had somebody walk in on me once in my period of life when I was transitioning, and it was extra uncomfortable. And I won't go into any details, but it was just a very bad scene.
I'm trying to think if I have particularly... I don't think I've ever been walked in on completely naked.
I guess I should add that person didn't know I was transitioning at the time.
Fair enough.
Surprise!
Well, that would have been an extra shock, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Last question. Question 1452. Would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet dinosaur?
Oh.
Dragon. Fuck a dinosaur. I got a flying death machine that spits fire. I have everything I need. I'm good. I don't need a T-Rex because most likely it'll fucking try to eat me whenever I sleep. A dragon might do the same thing, but it's way more fucking cool.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
How is that even a question? Isn't a dragon basically a dinosaur with ranged weapons?
Exactly. And if you fail a fucking save, it will eat you just the same.
I mean, I'm obviously fond of dinosaurs, but yeah, they're not in the same category.
Never Again says, can the dragon fly? I've got to say yes, I think.
I've never seen dragons that couldn't fly. I didn't realize
yeah.
existed.
Yeah, lots of dragons in stories can't fly.
There were lots of European dragons that didn't have wings.
Oh, I want one of those flying type. And I completely agree with Ginger.
As long as nobody says Charizard, I'll be happy, because Charizard is not a fucking dragon.
It pretty much is.
No.
What about Charmander?
Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard are not dragon-type Pokemon. They are air, fire.
No, they're not dragon-type because they didn't have dragon-type when they came out.
It doesn't.
But they're still
they
fucking-
never made
Yeah,
them.
are they part of the
I'm an arse.
dragon kind?
No.
If you've got a lizard breathing fire, it's a dragon.
No, but the thing is, even now, they still have not made Charizard a dragon type.
And of
so
course, they
it's not
can't make it a
type.
dragon type because it's a fire starter. And I'm going to hit myself for knowing this. Shut up.
I love
about
you for
Pokemon.
knowing that, Dave. Thank you.
Besides, I saw that movie that it's possible to train a dragon, so that sounds better than a dinosaur.
You can train dinosaurs.
It depends what kind of dinosaur, see. There's lots of dinosaurs.
The only dinosaur I know in real life sounds trainable.
Not by you.
I never said by me. I never said by
Technically,
me.
I'm gonna have to say dragon because I could easily get a bird. I've had budgies before. I don't. They're no, not again.
Right, 2 seconds. I've lost the time. They're going away. Linda says dragon. Did I do that one? Tusk says dragon for smiting my foes. Benny Loco says I have a dragon, so I'm good. Ox says I've lost what Ox said because it just skips away. Dragons make your homeowner's price go up too much. I'll take the dino. Dog says definitely a dragon. They can fly. Never Again says can I name my dragon Puff? Yes, you can.
No,
but
no,
it can't
you
be.
cannot.
But it's not magic.
Puff, not puff. That's
Puff.
a homophobic slur. You said puff, Dave.
Yeah, Puff.
Wait.
Puff.
Puff
You're
is
saying
almost
That's
like magic.
homophobic, Dave.
No, it's one
That's
you
a
say down
homophobic
south,
slur.
one you say up north.
You said puff the magic dragon.
Yeah, Puff the magic dragon.
No, it's Puff.
No, it's Puff.
Puff.
No,
It's
it's not.
Puff. This is the
Puff.
goddamn song. He's Puff.
Okay,
Yeah.
more valid
Not
point.
in your accent, maybe. Go on.
Regardless of what
In
you
my
name it,
accent,
you're
it's
saying
not
they're not
fucking
magic, but
homophobic
you've already
slur.
said they can fly.
Yes.
You've got to reconcile that.
I have a full documentary on crap. Give me one of the advertising things that people are advertising all the time for learning. Brilliant on the physics of a flying dragon.
I have researched the subject.
But you don't have a brilliant
I'm not
subscription, do
going
you?
to lie you having a flying, fire-breathing dragon that
Hey,
doesn't have
I
some
was going to
magic
say,
involved.
your issue is with the flying and not the fire breathing as the defying physics here.
The fire breathing's easy.
Was the fire breathing just a metaphor for really bad halitosis?
No. Right, I've got to catch up. Right. Bird, comet, dragon. No, it's my text. Benny Lucas is dragon in the castle. No, is my magic dragon magic? No, you're not magic. It can fly and it can breathe fire. I've skipped over everything. Wuhan says Mega Charizard is a dragon/fire type. Screw you. Now they're arguing about things. Godless Sewing says dinosaur. I married a dragon and divorce is expensive. Dinosaur. Definitely a dinosaur.
Are dragons part of the reptile family?
No.
Again, it
They're
depends
part of
which
the-
dragons and where you get them from.
They're part of the dragon kind there, Jenny.
All right, of course, I forgot. Thank you.
Maynard Save says, what type of dinosaurs were close to gerbils? Asking for Richard Gere. I fear there's something I don't know there. Never Again says, pet dinosaur tends to poo on the floor. And then yell at him. Yell at who? Tusk says, dragon decreases house prices. Sounds like a Daily Mail headline. It does. Stool says, this needs clipping. Everyone shouting puff. Puff, that's
Thank you, Still. You see, I pull Dave up on these things.
It's a difference between bus and bus. Puff and puff.
Yes, it's like a certain British food you name dropped one time.
Yes.
That, doesn't have good connotations.
Dog says mucking out a T-Rex would be a chore and a half. You should try it after it's had a vindaloo. Ricardo.
I want a dragon. Better chances of getting a date with Emilia Clarke.
Who's Emilia Clarke?
Mother of Dragons.
Oh
Game
god,
of
you're
Thrones.
the second person I know that loves Emilia Clarke.
Is she the blonde one
In
Or-
Game of Thrones, yeah.
with the white hair?
Daenerys, yeah.
I've never seen any of the Golden Throne thing.
See, I just want a dragon because they're fucking.
My favorite meme of one of my favorite memes of last year was the one of Daenerys Targaryen saying, "Surrender your city, or I will burn it with my dragons." And then you had the woman Yennefer from The Witcher saying, "Oh, you need dragons. That's cute."
Yeah, I love that meme, dude.
Never Again says, look, if I wanted a dragon, I'd buy one. If I wanted a dinosaur, I'd buy one. We still have both, right? No. Mother Atheist says, is it a sex dragon?
Birds are dinosaurs.
Well, we have Komodo dragons. So
Not in the context we're talking about. They can't fly or breathe fire, which is what we're talking about. Mother Atheist says, is it a sex dragon a la Rick and Morty?
No!
Yes, it can be.
God damn it.
I'm not turned on by dragons, so
you don't need to be. It creates this link with you that's
soul bonding. It's
I want to know what the sex dragon is.
Okay, so
I
Rick and Morty.
I was going to watch Rick and Morty, but I'm not so sure I want to now.
So there's an episode of Rick and Morty where Morty gets a dragon, and no, they don't fuck. They soul bond, which is their version of fucking, pretty much, I guess. But
yeah, what happens when they create? What happens when they have the orgy?
They soul bond.
This massive, ultimate, yeah. Thank you very much, Benny Loco, for your $2 super chat. Great stream. Thank you. Right. That's thrown me. People super chatting me find it weird. Purple.
Yeah, no, like I said, a dragon is a dinosaur that breathes fire, so I don't see why anybody would choose a dinosaur as much as I like dinosaurs.
Fair enough. Jenny.
I would absolutely take a dragon.
You take a dragon.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a chance I could meet that blonde woman.
Fire-breathing, flying death machine.
Uhan objects that a dragon is not a dinosaur.
I like Wuhan.
Yes. Oh, he has a show tonight. I'll tell you about it when we finish the question. Quentin.
Oh, I already said dragon, 100%. They're a flying, fire-breathing death machine that will eat my enemies. What more could I want?
Quentin wants a Charizard. Jeff.
I'll say dragon. It's better to own a mythological creature than an actual one.
Fair enough. Right. Badly. Does anyone have anything to chill? Chill? Does anyone have anything to chill before we run away?
Not overly, no.
Midnight Tonight.
What's on Midnight Tonight?
Purple.
We haven't got to purple.
Well,
Jenny,
at this point, it's questionable about whether or not Jen and Will are doing their show tonight, but if so, I'll be on that.
Jen said earlier she wasn't, but I don't know whether that's still
I've got a feeling that's not going to happen tonight.
That is I think that's highly questionable.
Yeah, but then in addition to that, also not confirmed, but on any given Friday, there's probably a 50-50 chance of me being on the shills at this point.
Are you just going to call you officially a shill?
Dick Dawson's actually suggested he might be able to make me an honorary shill at some time in the future.
I think there's a lot of us who got the title honorary shills.
Right. Well, just put the.
You should definitely get it. You're on there more than I am, so.
Yeah.
Right. Just because he's put the link in now. Uhan has got his first solo stream tonight at 8 p.m. EST, which is I think 1 a.m. UK, which I have no idea if I'll make.
Right.
I
probably won't make that, to be honest. But if I'm up, I'll be in the chat.
Yes. Linda has TMI in an hour.
Oh, I'm streaming tomorrow 2:30. I got a buddy of mine coming on for an interview. So, yeah.
Well,
There's
and of
EST.
course, sorry.
Ben Loco super chatted for $5, saying, "Thank you for a wonderful morning, Critical. I've been amused and entertained. Thank you very much, Ben Loco. Thank you for coming.
Please.
I'll of course be doing my normal midnight stream in 13 hours.
13 hours, just 13 hours. That's not midnight. It's way after midnight.
It's 6 a.m. This is a sad thing. It's like 6 a.m. and I've been on the last couple.
Because you stayed up or got up?
Because I've woken up at like 4 a.m. or something. Yeah, and
I
can't sleep.
have an appointment at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So
Yeah.
there is a possibility I'll actually make it.
You could get up and pop in and say hi.
I might make it. It depends. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get there, and for some reason they shut it down because I arrive.
Yeah, I was up at 4 a.m. and that's why I had to go and lay back down at 6:30, so I'd be awake for this again.
The joke is he was streaming at 6 p.m. yesterday for our time.
Yeah.
And I was in the chat for maybe 5 minutes before I dozed off. Because I was that because my sleep patterns are so fucked up at the moment.
He always has his Wednesday one, his European one, is always when I'm having dinner.
Oh.
So I sometimes make it in the chat, sometimes don't, but almost never make it on. Right, Math Pig has an open mic, I think, tonight. It says plug the pig. That is at what time is that, Math Pig?
5:30, I think, is what he usually does.
9:30, you think? It's pretty around then. It'll be sometime after 9. 5:30. What?
Yeah, he usually does it at 5:30 my time, which is Eastern, 4:30 Central, 2:30.
It's about 10:30 our time.
10:30 UK. There you go.
I'm guessing. I
right.
might have it wrong.
5:30 EST.
10:30 UK. Math Pig, get in there. I was right.
Just from randomly guessing. Right. Next, Linda. Quentin, when are you streaming?
Tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. I will be having my buddy Spraytan come on, and we're going to be doing a episode of the new podcast that I'm doing called Ginger Asks Dumb Questions. And,
do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing at 11:30 tomorrow?
I am coming on this show at 11:30.
Jenny, as you got interrupted when we jumped to purple.
Oh, I think I'm doing purple tonight.
Are you doing a show?
I mean a show. I'm not doing purple. I'm doing purple's show. We're not close enough to. Anyways.
Best offer you had all day, Perks.
And Friday, I believe there's going to be a movie night, isn't there?
There will be movie night this week. We're not sure about next week.
Yeah, Jess has been having problems with her schedule. Her and her guy are going to be moving, and so things are all fucked up there. We're actually looking for somebody who can be temporary host.
Yeah, we'll miss a couple of movie nights unless we can get a guest host in there.
Jen.
And so beyond that, I don't have anything scheduled for anybody anywhere.
You have tomorrow.
I guess I'm leaving forever.
Looks like you've.
Goodbye.
Apparently, you're getting dragged into here tomorrow. This thing tomorrow.
I am?
Right, Ricardo.
Apparently.
Are you anywhere? Are you anywhere exciting?
No, nothing planned. Nothing on the pipeline. So, just Twitter.
Just Twitter. Right, tomorrow we are on 4:30 UK, 11:30 EST. So far we have got Crafty, Keela, Quinton, Jenny and Jeff, which means we've got 2 extra slots. If anyone wants to come on, message me. Otherwise I'll have to go around beating people half an hour before.
Hey Donna, come on.
If Donna, if you're not working, you got to get you on because Donna works. All sorts
she does.
of
I promised when I rescheduled I would do a night that she could come on, which means moving one of the other days. But the point is, after tomorrow, I don't know when the next show is going to be. The next show might not be for a month.
That bad, eh?
Well, we like I said, Caroline's going for surgery on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
So But basically, we're not planning anything until we know how that goes and what happens. And I tried to get her. I said, "Can we not schedule one for Tuesday night?" She threw something at me. And
so what time tomorrow?
Tomorrow, your time, 10:30
a.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Again. Right. On that note, go watch Linda in 50 minutes, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.